We are now learning disturbing details about a Valley teen accused in an ISIS terror plot. 17-year-old Joshua Robles is still being held on $1 million bail.
Court documents obtained today by Fox 5 show that prosecutors are asking to keep his bail high by providing examples of his troubled past. These are photos of documents provided by prosecutors, and according to the documents, corrections officers reportedly found a note in Robles' jail cell last month further pledging allegiance to ISIS. An LVMPD detective who knows Arabic translated the note and said it had multiple iterations of ISIS support. According to prosecutors in 2020, while in junior high, Robles was threatening to shoot up a school.
Last November, prosecutors also alleged that Robles took steps towards actual violence, including dressing as an ISIS soldier and naming specific threats, including Governor Joe Lombardo and President Biden. A Clark County grand jury has handed down an indictment last month against a Valley teen accused of plotting a terror attack at Chaparral High School. That would be Robles, by the way, and prosecutors have not set a trial date at this point.